Hey, beautiful creatives. This week's video has so much in it. First, I take care of a little hoarding problem that I have in my studio. Then I do a bunch of abstract palette cleanup paintings as a warm-up to get my creative juices flowing. Oh, and then there's the coyotes. Yeah, they showed up the other night in our backyard, and I was so inspired by their vocalizations that I got out my split primary palette, and I show that to you in the video, and I got to work on some sketches and a painting inspired by that experience. So it's a really full, inspiring, creativity boosting video, and I hope that you enjoy it. Hey creatives, welcome back to Beginner's Mind, Art Mind. I'm Linda Marcel, and this week's video is kind of a mishmash. It's a little bit of a vloggy style video, I guess. I have a painting project that I've been working on, and before I started that, I did some palette cleanup pages, made a little bit of incidental collage paper for those. So I kind of start out doing that. Then throughout the week, I worked on this painting that I've been working on. And what I did was I filmed it. And because it's taking me like 3-4 days to paint, working in short spurts, there's no way it would work for a YouTube video. It's just too long. So I have recorded it for my patrons. I don't know when I'll get it edited because there's so much to it, but I'm going to show you different stages of it in this video. I'm going to show you the collage pages that I worked on, and also a little bit of a studio problem that I have, and I wonder how many of you have, and I'm going to move my camera over to show you what that is. Okay, so I'm wondering how many of you can relate to this problem. I am a container hoarder. The thing is, Don teases me about this. I hoard like reusable plastic food containers, jars, everything. The thing is, I usually eventually find a use for them. I just have too many all the time. I have too many, and they sit up here. This whole bin is full of containers. Mostly plastic containers. And I use them every time I rearrange my drawers. I use them when I rearrange my desktop. I mean, these are like little Paul Rubens boxes, the chipboard boxes. These are so sturdy and so nice for things like pastel. See, I'm gonna defend why I have all this stuff, but it's ridiculous. So every so many months, maybe a couple of times a year, what I do is I empty out this box and sort of stack similar containers together and then see like what I just have too many of, what makes sense to throw out. I really don't want to have it overflow out of the bin. I'm allotting myself this much space and not beyond that. Like when it starts spilling out here, geez, yeah, I don't know. They're all over the place. I have some up here on my other table. I got to get a handle on this. And I'm not allowing myself to save anymore right at this point. So I'm going to completely empty this bin out. I also have another thing of jars under there. So I'm going to empty all of it out onto my standing table and try to narrow it down. Either try to pack it in better or narrow it down so that it all fits in here. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to start piling things up and see where it all comes out. It's empty. So now I just got to figure out what, like the pencil cases that I empty, do I really need to save them? They make really wonderful portable wet palettes. Really wonderful portable wet palettes. But do I need like all of them?
I don't know. These are hard for me to part with. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through all of this. I have tons of these little containers because I thought I was going to mix up custom paint colors, and I've never gotten to it. I have mixed up some, and I've got these little squirt bottles because I was got these York spout bottles. I was going to do the same with those. Somebody gave me these. Yikes. More York spout bottles. All right, I'm going to go through it and see what happens, see what I come up with, and try to fit as much as I can back into this container. I think I did it. Whew, I'm sweating like crazy. See, I'll put all this stuff in the recycling, and everything else is put away. I'll take my camera off and show you this. Whew, what a relief. This bin is nice and neat. Everything's cleaned up, tidied up. Wow. Okay, I'll take the camera off and show you guys what it looks like now. Look who came to say hello. Hello. Oops, you're jumping on. Oh, that scare you? Everything scares you, sweetie. Everything scares Miss Alana. Oh, hello, baby. How come you're so scared of things? You poor little puppy. Hello. I know what you want. You want a bully stick. You can knock me over. You can knock me over. Good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are a good girl. Yes, you are. All right, gotta get back to work. Okay, even Alana wants to check it out. Look at this. Look at how cleaned up that is. Everything fits very nicely in the bin. There's probably actually even room for a little more, should that happen. Very nice and neat. My counter is cleaned up. My desk is cleaned off. Oh, that's just such a relief because there was stuff pouring out of there and that shelf and up onto the counter. Good. I'm real happy to have gotten that done. We heard a bunch of coyotes out in the backyard the other night. I'll actually try to stick a clip in of what we heard. But I did these, and then we saw a rabbit running around in the driveway, and it was dark out, so it was very uncharacteristic. So we figured that maybe the coyotes were after the rabbit or something. And it was just such an interesting experience. I love the sound of the coyotes when they kind of go crazy like that. So the next day I did this sketch, and this is just in a cheap dollar store sketchbook. So I did that sketch first, and then I transferred it into my Fabriano sketchbook. Can't talk today. That Fabriano one. I'm almost done with this one. And I'm calling this painting Song Dogs after the coyotes. And I was just getting out my palette to paint, and it's like the paper towel underneath dried. So I'm not sure, like some of these you can see are still shiny and wet, but they're kind of goopy. And so the best thing really, especially since I'm going to be doing a face, the best thing really would be to start over. But I can't bear to throw out that much paint. So I think what I'm going to do is get out a different sketchbook
and do a, just smear this on some pages, whatever I have left in here, smear it on some pages, and then I'll go back later and either paint over it or pull something out of it or whatever. So I was kind of anxious to get started on this right away, but I really think for this level of a painting, I want to start with a fresh palette. So I'm going to grab a different sketchbook and start slapping that onto pages. Okay, so this is a moleskin sketchbook that I have that was started January 1st, 2023. So I think I'm just going to find, oops, see, I did a palette cleanup page spread there. So I can either start by going over that page again, but I think actually what I'll do is just start a new spread. I'm going to stick some papers back here to kind of keep things from sticking together, because I don't know if you could tell, but these pages I got a little messy on and some of them have stuck together. Let's see, I might spritz this a little bit. And I have the sun coming in there, but since I'm just doing a palette cleanup page, I'm not really sure how much it matters. Now, do I want to start with the darkest or the lightest? I think I'm going to start with the darkest, which would be some of these blues and this black. And you know, I don't normally use black in my palette cleanup pages, but I think with the blues, it could be interesting. I might have wished I had more than one sketchbook out, though. And I'm not even cleaning my brush in between, which I might start doing. I might wish that I had more than one sketchbook out, though, because I think this is going to get... What do I have on the other side of this? Oh, nothing I care about, so I don't have to be too careful with my edges. And again, this will probably all be painted over, so I'm not really worried about what I'm coming up with. Try some green down here. I didn't have much green left on my palette, but I could take some of that yellow. Oh, see, that yellow is... Yeah, I'm really glad I'd made this decision because that yellow is completely dried up, that bright yellow. I'll just take some of this Naples yellow and yellow ochre, mix them together. Got a little bit of that peach in there. I think with that other painting that I'm going to do, the song dogs, I think I'm going to try to keep it, is this white? Oh yeah, all dried out. I've got some purple. Oh, maybe I'll save the purple for another page and do like purple and pink on that page. Do I want to add anything else to here? Got some more of that light blue mixed with the purple. Okay, I guess I'll leave it there. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there. And do I need to grab another sketchbook, or what do I want to do? I could grab another sketchbook. Put this one aside to dry. Okay, I've got this little square one here. I think I'll skip that page and do a spread. So let me take these pieces of paper that I had in that other sketchbook.
This is such a great exercise to do on a low energy day as a sort of warm up, because I've just had a couple of really tough weeks health wise, and it took me a while to get up to the studio today to even consider plunging into that video. I'm sorry, to plunge into that painting. I really want to do it, but the fatigue is just oppressive. So hard to get things done. So it's really nice to sort of do this as a warm-up to get your muscle memory going, and you know, just moving the brush around, moving the paints around really does help. I like this color combination. Oops. Interesting color combination. I like that. Almost wish I had a little bit more of that peach. Tiny bit more. Oh, I do have a little bit more. Oh no, it's dried up. A tiny bit of that yellow. That yellow would look good in there, but I don't want to get out more paint because I don't want to get sidetracked. I want to get into my other painting. It's too bad some of that white wasn't still good. All right, I still have a little bit of paint. Maybe I'll bring this sketchbook back. Oh, I do like that color combination. Wow, that is nice. That's fun. Okay, I'll bring this one back. This one's still a little wet. I guess I could hit it with the dryer. Or do I want to get out another sketchbook? What else have I got that I'm working on? I don't really want to start a new sketchbook for this because I'm trying to finish up these last few pages in these sketchbooks. So maybe I'll hit this with the dryer. Okay, so that one's dry. Dry enough, I think. I could put a piece of glassine paper or deli paper in between, just in case, so that it doesn't stick together. And what have I got left on here? Again, more dark colors. I could break down and get out some white, or I could just start with a really... Oh, one thing I haven't used is the burnt sienna and the burnt umber. Earth tones. An earth tone page. It's so hard to resist the urge to want to get out a little bit more paint. I'd love to add some yellow ochre to this, but that's something that can be done at another time, because if I fall too deeply into doing these pages, then I'm not going to have the energy to get into that Song Dogs painting, which I probably won't finish today, but I want to at least get started on it. Let's see, I do have a bunch of red and blue, and I still have some black left. It's funny, I'm finding myself resistant to using the black. So I'm going to make myself use it just to see what it feels like to overcome that resistance. kind of lean into the resistance and explore it. What is that? Why am I so resistant to that? Maybe it would be something cool. Last little bit of purple and pink. There's picked up a little bit of red in there too. Okay, I think I'll leave that there. Very dark page. Really will be interesting to see how I come in, and I really would like, can I get any more of that color picked up? Because I would like some of that down here. Actually, I could just take the paper. Well, no, I think there's too much paint left on. I'm just going to take the paper and pop it on, but there's quite a bit of paint left on it. Okay, so I'm going to move this one again. Bring this one back. Is this one dry? Ooh, maybe not all the way. I like that color combination a lot. And actually, the more I look at this one, that's interesting. That's dramatic. Wow. Okay. All right. Now, this one, basically what I've got left is some red, a couple of blues, and the black. So we'll see. And then that's kind of it. Okay. Okay, so maybe what I'll do now, since this paper is, oh, there is a little bit of black left. When I get the paper down to there not being much left, I'm going to take the whole paper. It's stuck. Ooh, really stuck. And I'm just going to plop it down anywhere. And take a scraper and scrape. Now, I don't want to leave it down there too long because it'll stick. A little bit of it stuck there. Okay. And then maybe I'll save that to use as collage later. probably should have closed the curtain. I just realized how uneven the light got. I kind of like that there. Where was that? Maybe I'll try to get some more of that. Whoops, it's falling apart. It's not really working. Oh, it worked there. Cool. Cool. Ooh, I like that. I don't think I have any more there, though. All right. So there are some palette cleanup pages. That one's interesting, too. I love those pops of that paint that peeled off of the palette paper. And maybe what I will do is just let this dry out and then later come in and collage some of these bits on there. This was definitely a super fun way to warm up. Cool. I like it. Wow. Interesting. All right. I'm going to set these both aside and let them dry, close my curtain, and get to work on my painting. I don't think I'm going to record it. I have a feeling it's a painting that's going to go really slow. I'm going to set up a limited palette. Maybe what I'll do is show you the limited palette that I set up. And I'll show you the painting as I move along. I have a feeling it's going to take a couple of days to do that painting. But yeah, I'll bring you along the journey in the sense of giving you updates of how it goes. I decided I would show you these pages with the curtain closed in more even light. And you know, some of these, who knows, I may not even add more, except that I just, actually seeing this, I just thought I would love to add some very small areas of gold paint to this. I think that would be really awesome. Just a little bit, not a lot. Actually, what would be really cool is if I have any gold leaf paper left, to just do some areas of the gold leaf paper. Very cool. Okay, what I could do is put down some gel medium, paint some gold paint onto a piece of paper, and then lay it on here to give kind of a gold leaf effect. This was the pink and purple one with a little bit of yellow in it. And this is that really dark one. You know, again, I usually don't put the black. I usually just throw the black out. I'm super glad I pushed myself to do it because it gave a really interesting, very dramatic background. And then this is the other one, which again is like I could see making a very dramatic skyscape out of this. Landscape with just a big dramatic sky. Okay. Cool. Fun way to warm up. Okay, so the palette that I'm going to use is a warm and cool primary palette with a couple of additions. So I'm going to use lemon yellow. These are the Daler Brownie System 3. I keep showing you this little basket, and I'm trying to use these up, and I'm actually almost done with them. I've actually almost used them all up. So lemon yellow and cad yellow. I'm going to use pyrrole red and crimson. I'm going to use ultramarine blue and Payne's gray. And this is a blue leaning Payne's gray from Golden. And for my browns, my earth tones, I'm going to use, I think I used up, yeah, it looks like I used up my burnt sienna in the System 3. So I'm going to use yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the burnt sienna in, but if I'm going to mix my own greens, I might want to leave that in. And then white, and then Mars black. Okay, so there's my palette that I'm going to use. I like to bring this up more because I tend to have problems with my neck. This is my Blick drawing board that I use as a tabletop easel now. And it really helps me not have so many problems with my neck and my back when I'm painting. And before I actually get started on this, again, I'm not going to video it. I'll maybe pop in and show you points where I am at during the process. But I got to show you one more thing. I gave Alana her Christmas sweater early. Look how pretty you look. You look how pretty. Oh, what's Daddy running tools downstairs and you're scared? Are you scared, baby? Are you scared of tools? Oh, so scared. But you look real pretty in your sweater. You look so pretty in your green Christmas sweater. Oh, you don't like the machine noise. When he runs tools, she gets scared. Poor baby. All right, got to cuddle her for a minute and then I'm going to get started. Okay, creatives, there she is. I did finish her up today and did manage to get it filmed for my Patreon peeps. Uh-oh, I think Dawn just pulled in, so the dogs are going crazy. But this was really fun to do, and it was the first time I have filmed the process of painting this complex. For Patreon. Obviously, it's going to have to be sped up because it took me a few days to do this. So the video will be time-lapse, high speed on Patreon. But, I think it's an opportunity to learn an awful lot about the way that I paint. And I'm really, really pleased with how she came out. The other thing I need to say is before this demo ever goes up, because this is going to take me a very long time to edit, I want to remind my patrons that this Mary Fedden demo is going to be going up on my Patreon in the next week or two. I'm working on editing this now, so I think this one is a real-time one. I don't even remember now. But anyways, this painting demo will be going up on Patreon very soon. Okay, I'm going to try to do at least one painting demo a month. If it's a high-energy month, I may post other things too. Some studio catch-ups or whatever, some reference photos that I take, things like that. But I want to try to get at least one painting demo done for you guys on Patreon a month. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this sort of mashup vlog and me getting my bins straightened out. I certainly feel super blessed about that. Oh, our secret word. What's our secret word going to be? Song dogs. Song dogs. That's perfect. Okay. If you are still watching at this point in the video, type song dogs in the comments below. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it for you. And I will see you in the next video. God bless and have a great creative week. Bye for now.